What if I told you the way you live right now could be silently making you look and feel 20 years older than you actually are? It's true. Studies show that certain lifestyle mistakes don't just drain your energy, they accelerate aging at the cellular level, speeding up wrinkles, joint pain, memory decline, and even serious diseases. And here's the shocking part. Most people are making these mistakes every single day without realizing the damage they're doing. Doctors also agree that when you cut out just a handful of these harmful habits, the results can be life-changing. Your skin can look fresher, your energy can bounce back, and your mind can stay sharper well into your later years. In fact, research shows that up to 80% of how we age isn't written in our genes. It's dictated by lifestyle choices you and I make daily. That means your future is far more in your control than you might think. In today's video, we're revealing 5 of the most dangerous lifestyle mistakes that make you age faster than you should. And more importantly, how to eliminate them starting today. From sleep deprivation that wrecks your hormones, to the hidden impact of sugar and stress, we'll uncover what's really holding you back from looking and feeling your best. Stick with me until the end, because the last mistake is one almost everyone is guilty of, and fixing it could easily add healthy, vibrant years to your life. 1. Chronic sleep deprivation. Imagine you stay up late, scrolling through your phone or finishing just one more task, then drag yourself out of bed after only 5 or 6 hours of sleep. You think you're functioning fine, but beneath the surface, your body is paying a heavy price. Chronic sleep deprivation doesn't just leave you tired, it accelerates the aging process in ways you can actually see and feel. Doctors call sleep the body's reset button. When you consistently miss out, you rob your body of the very repair mechanisms designed to keep you young. During deep sleep, your body produces growth hormone, which is essential for repairing cells, rebuilding muscle, and keeping skin firm and elastic. Without it, fine lines appear sooner, muscle tone declines, and recovery from even small stresses takes much longer. In fact, a study from the University of California found that people who slept less than 6 hours a night were biologically older than those who slept 7 or more. It doesn't stop at appearance. Sleep is also when your brain clears out toxins through a process called the glymphatic system. Without enough rest, waste builds up, memory falters, and your risk of cognitive decline skyrockets. That's why people who consistently sleep poorly are at higher risk for Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. Hormones are another piece of the puzzle. Poor sleep disrupts cortisol, your stress hormone, and lowers leptin, the hormone that signals fullness. The result? You feel hungrier, crave sugar, and store fat more easily. Over time, this doesn't just add weight. It increases your risk of diabetes, heart disease, and high blood pressure. But perhaps the most overlooked effect is on your immune system. Chronic sleep deprivation weakens your body's ability to fight off infections and even reduces the effectiveness of vaccines. One study published in Sleep found that people who got fewer than 5 hours of sleep were 4 times more likely to catch a cold compared to those who slept at least 7 hours. Number 1, a vital body is recurring. Sleep is coming on with Criscalisi, continuing top and reference, to kill someone himself. The solution is, doctors recommend 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night. That doesn't mean just lying in bed. It means deep, restorative sleep. The best way to get there is to create a consistent bedtime routine. Dim the lights an hour before bed, avoid screens, and keep your bedroom cool and dark. Even small habits, like limiting caffeine after noon and getting morning sunlight, can dramatically improve your sleep quality. Think of sleep not as wasted time, but as your body's most powerful anti-aging tool. Every night you skip out, you're fast-forwarding the clock. But when you prioritize it, the opposite happens. You wake up with more energy, clearer skin, sharper focus, and a stronger, healthier body. If you want to look and feel 20 years younger, this is one of the most powerful levers you can pull. And here's a reason to keep watching. While sleep deprivation silently ages you from the inside, the next mistake we're about to cover can visibly damage your skin on the outside, and the effects can last a lifetime. 2. Excessive sun exposure. When your skin is exposed to UV rays, it triggers a process called photoaging. Instead of producing healthy collagen and elastin, the proteins that keep skin smooth and firm, UV light damages them, causing your skin to thin, wrinkle, and sag prematurely. Even short, repeated exposures add up. You may not see it after a day at the beach, but years later, the damage shows in every line and spot. A landmark study of identical twins published in the Archives of Dermatology found that the twin who spent more time in the sun looked significantly older, with deeper wrinkles and more uneven pigmentation, even though their genes were the same. But the damage isn't just cosmetic. Excessive sun exposure weakens your immune system and dramatically increases your risk of skin cancer. According to the Skin Cancer Foundation, 1 in 5 Americans will develop skin cancer in their lifetime, and too much sun without protection is the #1 cause. Melanoma, the deadliest form, is strongly linked to UV exposure, and the risk doubles if you've had more than 5 sunburns in your life. So CUB Leader, the Light Day Both landmark study, and everyone can beat it of mine. Sun damage doesn't require a burn. Even mild daily exposure, walking the dog, driving with your arm by the window, gardening for 20 minutes, contributes to cumulative aging. That's why dermatologists stress that sunscreen isn't just for the beach, it's an everyday shield. So what can you do to protect yourself while still enjoying the outdoors? Doctors recommend a broad-spectrum sunscreen with an SPF of at least 30, applied daily to all exposed areas, even when it's cloudy. Reapply every 2 hours if you're outside for long periods. Wide-brimmed hats, sunglasses, and lightweight protective clothing also make a big difference. And here's a powerful tip. Seek shade during peak sun hours, typically 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., when UV radiation is strongest. If you're wondering whether it's too late to reverse the damage, there's good news. While you can't erase it entirely, adopting protective habits now slows further aging dramatically. Plus, treatments like retinoids, vitamin C serums, and professional dermatology procedures can help repair some of the visible signs. More importantly, consistent protection reduces your risk of skin cancer, keeping you healthier for years to come. So here's study, even doors. So here's the unique, away the owner's staff in the second to wing. But doors lately set as sun today. The sun may feel warm and life-giving, but unchecked exposure is one of the fastest ways to look and feel older than you are. Protecting your skin is protecting your future self. And while sun damage works from the outside in, the next mistake we'll talk about works from the inside out. It's something hiding in almost every kitchen, silently breaking down your skin, your energy, and even your organs faster than you realize. 3. A diet high in sugar and processed foods. Walk into almost any grocery store and you'll see rows of brightly packaged foods promising convenience, taste, and satisfaction. But here's the hidden truth. Diets high in sugar and processed foods are quietly one of the most powerful accelerators of aging. You might think of them as harmless snacks or quick meals, but your body experiences them very differently. Over time, they don't just add inches to your waistline, they add years to your biological age. Start with sugar. When you eat too much of it, your blood sugar spikes. In response, your body releases insulin to bring levels back down. Repeated spikes and crashes create a process called glycation. Think of it like this. Sugar molecules attach themselves to proteins like collagen and elastin, forming what scientists call advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. The name is fitting because they literally make you age. Collagen becomes stiff, skin loses elasticity, and wrinkles deepen much faster than they would otherwise. That glow you want? Sugar dulls it. Processed foods only make the problem worse. Many are packed with refined carbs, unhealthy fats, preservatives, and sodium that inflame the body. Chronic inflammation is now recognized as one of the leading drivers of premature aging and disease. A study published in the British Medical Journal linked high consumption of ultra-processed foods with an increased risk of heart disease, cancer, and early death. These foods don't just lack nutrients, they actively harm your cells. And another hidden danger, processed foods trick your brain. They're engineered to be hyper-palatable, meaning they light up your reward centers the way addictive substances do. The more you eat, the more you crave, leading to overeating, weight gain, and metabolic problems like insulin resistance. Over time, this raises your risk of type 2 diabetes, which itself accelerates vascular aging, damages nerves, and impairs brain health. But it's not only about long-term disease. You can feel the effects almost immediately. Think about that sluggish, heavy feeling after fast food or the energy crash after a sugary snack. That's your body struggling with inflammation and unstable blood sugar. Contrast that with how you feel after a balanced meal of whole foods. Lighter, clearer, and more energized. The difference is dramatic. Doctors recommend focusing on whole, nutrient-dense foods. Swap sugary cereals for oatmeal topped with berries. Replace soda with water or unsweetened tea. Choose lean proteins, healthy fats like avocado or olive oil, and plenty of vegetables. If you want something sweet, fruit provides natural sugars along with fiber and antioxidants that protect your cells. It's not about perfection, it's about reducing the daily assault on your body. Your body starts to respond quickly once you cut back. Within weeks, skin looks brighter, energy levels rise, and cravings diminish as your taste buds reset. Over time, you reduce your risk of chronic disease, slow down cellular aging, and feel decades younger. Remember, every bite is either speeding up or slowing down the clock. By choosing wisely, you take back control of how you look and feel. Now, if sugar and processed foods are aging you from the inside, the next mistake we'll uncover does it through a different pathway, one that can silently drain your energy, disrupt your hormones, and keep your body in a constant state of breakdown. 4. Chronic unmanaged stress. Stress is a part of life. You can't avoid it completely. But when stress becomes chronic and unmanaged, it shifts from being a short-term survival tool into a long-term health destroyer. And here's the scary part. Doctors say chronic stress can literally shave years off your life by accelerating the aging process at the cellular level. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, the primary stress hormone. In small doses, cortisol helps you stay alert and handle challenges. But when levels stay high for weeks, months, or even years, it wreaks havoc. Cortisol breaks down collagen, the protein that keeps your skin smooth and firm, leading to wrinkles and sagging. That's why people who go through prolonged, stressful periods often look noticeably older. The damage doesn't stop at the surface. Chronic stress also weakens your immune system, making you more vulnerable to infections, colds, and even slower healing. Studies published in PNAS found that people under long-term stress had shorter telomeres, the protective caps on the ends of your DNA strands. Shorter telomeres are directly linked to faster cellular aging and a higher risk of age-related diseases. In simple terms, stress doesn't just make you feel older, it literally makes your cells older. And then there's the impact on your brain. Excess cortisol shrinks the hippocampus, the part responsible for memory and learning. Over time, this can increase your risk of dementia and Alzheimer's. Pair that with stress-induced inflammation throughout the body, and you have a recipe for heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, and depression. You've probably felt some of these effects firsthand. Trouble sleeping, digestive issues, that constant tension in your shoulders or jaw. Stress seeps into every part of life, draining energy, clouding focus, and stealing joy from the present moment. While you can't eliminate stress, you can learn to manage it, and the benefits show up almost immediately. Doctors recommend simple but powerful practices like deep breathing, meditation, and mindfulness. Just 10 minutes a day of focused breathing can lower cortisol levels and calm your nervous system. Regular physical activity, even a brisk 20-minute walk, is another proven stress buster because it releases endorphins, your body's natural mood lifters. Social connections are equally important. Talking with a trusted friend or family member doesn't just make you feel supported, it lowers stress hormones and boosts resilience. Even small lifestyle changes like setting boundaries with technology, creating a calming evening routine, or writing in a gratitude journal can dramatically reduce the impact of daily stress. Think of stress management as anti-aging from the inside out. Every time you calm your mind, you're protecting your skin, your heart, your brain, and your future health. And just like poor stress habits can age you quickly, consistent stress relief practices can make you look and feel years younger. So, if you've been carrying invisible weight on your shoulders, it's time to put it down. Your body, and your future self will thank you. And speaking of invisible dangers, the next mistake is one that sneaks up on almost everyone in today's world. It doesn't cause pain or symptoms right away, but over the years, it silently erodes strength, vitality, and independence. 5. A sedentary lifestyle. Think about this for a second. The average adult now spends more than 10 hours a day sitting. At work, in the car, in front of the TV, it all adds up. And while it might feel harmless, doctors now warn that a sedentary lifestyle is one of the biggest threats to both longevity and quality of life. In fact, researchers have found that prolonged sitting can be just as harmful to your health as smoking. Here's why. When you sit for long periods, your muscles essentially go into sleep mode. Blood flow slows, metabolism drops, and your body burns fewer calories. Over time, this leads to weight gain, insulin resistance, and a much higher risk of type 2 diabetes. A study published in the Annals of Internal Medicine showed that people who sat the most had a 24% higher risk of early death compared to those who moved more, even if they exercised occasionally. Sitting all day simply cancels out the benefits of short workouts. The effects extend far beyond metabolism. Sedentary living accelerates muscle loss, weakens bones, and reduces cardiovascular fitness. These changes don't just make you feel weaker, they make you biologically older. Poor circulation from sitting too long can also increase the risk of blood clots, while inactivity contributes to stiff joints, chronic pain, and decreased flexibility. Even your brain suffers, since physical movement increases blood flow and oxygen to the brain, boosting focus, memory, and mood. The scary part is that many of these effects build up silently. You might not notice the toll in your 30s or 40s, but by the time you're older, the lack of movement has already set the stage for frailty, loss of independence, and serious health problems. Doctors are now calling this sitting disease, and it's a major contributor to premature aging. But here's the empowering truth. Reversing this doesn't require extreme exercise or hours at the gym. It starts with simply breaking up long periods of sitting. Stand up every 30 to 60 minutes, stretch, or take a quick walk. Incorporate more natural movement into your day. Take the stairs, walk while on the phone, or do light chores around the house. These micro movements keep your muscles active and your metabolism engaged. Of course, regular exercise is still crucial. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate activity each week, like brisk walking, swimming, or cycling, combined with strength training 2 to 3 times per week. Building muscle isn't just about appearance. It's about protecting bone density, improving balance, and maintaining independence as you age. And remember, it's never too late to start. Studies show that even people who become active later in life significantly reduce their risk of disease and disability. Movement is medicine. Every step you take, every stretch you make, is an investment in a younger, stronger, healthier version of yourself. The human body is designed to move, and when you honor that design, you slow aging at every level, from your skin and muscles to your heart and brain. Now that we've uncovered the 5 major lifestyle mistakes that accelerate aging, let's bring it all together and talk about how small changes in these areas can help you look and feel decades younger. Final thoughts. Aging faster than you should isn't inevitable. It's not just about bad luck or your family history. It's about the small, daily choices that either break your body down or build it back up. Chronic sleep deprivation, too much sun, sugary processed foods, unmanaged stress, and a sedentary lifestyle. Each one quietly chips away at your energy, your health, and your appearance. But when you start eliminating them, the transformation can be dramatic. Imagine waking up with more energy, clearer skin, sharper focus, and a body that feels years younger. That's not wishful thinking. It's the natural result of giving your body what it needs to thrive. And here's the best part. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Even small, consistent changes create momentum. An extra hour of sleep, a daily walk, swapping soda for water, 5 minutes of deep breathing. These little wins add up, and before long, you'll notice you don't just look better, you feel better in every way. Doctors agree, up to 80% of how we age comes down to lifestyle, not genetics. That means your future is largely in your hands. You have the power to slow down the clock, to protect your health, and to feel decades younger than the calendar says. So, take this as your reminder. Your choices today are shaping the version of yourself you'll meet tomorrow. Start with one change, commit to it, and keep building. And if you found this video valuable, make sure to subscribe for more science-backed ways to stay healthy, energized, and youthful for years to come.